Hibs have done it. They save Scottish football and they put themselves in pole position for a beating from Aston Villa. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And no sour grapes. All joking aside, fantastic result, fantastic performance tonight from Hibernian. And me, a Hearts fan, thank you, Hibs, for doing Scottish football proud tonight. That's tough to say, but I've got to say it because Hibs were really good in their 3-1 victory tonight of Luzern. Beating the Swiss side. I didn't really have much faith in Hibs winning tonight. I wasn't even sure they would get a positive result. Now, I did actually stick them in my accumulator, but Hearts let me down, so enough about that. Shite night at the office for Hearts, but let's talk about Hibs. Hibs were great tonight. Goals for Newell, Fenty and Obita, giving them a 3-1 lead. And I think Hibs fans would have just been delighted tonight to get any sort of victory, but to take a 2-goal lead to Switzerland, that is going to be absolutely massive. And I really do believe that Hibs now are firm favourites to get past Luzern and Switzerland and then move into the playoff tie where they will, of course, take on Aston Villa. And if the performance on the pitch wasn't enough, what about Martin Boyle picking up the referee's yellow card and walking around and literally just carding every single Luzern player? Fucking hell, this guy's a joker, man. But I tell you what, Hibs were no joke tonight. Normally we talk about Hibs being pathetic, Hibs letting down Scottish football, Hibs being a laughing stock, Hibs in it, so to speak, but tonight they didn't. Tonight they hung on, tonight they got the result, and surely they've set themselves up for a positive second leg, and I don't think they're going to Hibs it. I know they could go to Switzerland, and they could make me look like an idiot here, they could lose 3 or 4-0, but I think Hibs will go to Switzerland and get a result. I'm not going to say they're going to win, or they're even going to get a draw, who knows, they might even lose, but if they do lose, I think it'll be a narrow loss, and I think Hibs will be in the next round. Then of course that sets up Hibernian versus Aston Villa, Scotland versus England, the battle of Scotland, battle of Britain, battle of England, call it what you want, Scottish team versus an English club, and hopefully Scotland can beat them. But yeah, John McGinn as well, returning to Easter Road. What a night that'll be. You know, it'll be a good game of football, it'll be an interesting watch. So will it happen? There's still 90 minutes to go in the tie, but we will see. Hibs though got the goal in the second half, straight from kickoff. First kickoff was a foul kickoff, however. Hibs did this a couple of times. The referee pulled it back. He wasn't happy with the kickoffs. He's like, no, that's not correct. You've not done it right. How the fuck can you not get the kickoff right? I don't understand. But anyway, Hibs retake it. It's one pass into the middle of the Hibs half and then launched up front. Couple of headers later, the ball is played into the box. It's a poor touch, but it finally gets its way through to Fenty, and he could have turned, he could have tried to take a shot at goal, obviously being a striker. Striker's instinct might have been, you know what, I'm going to try and hit this, but he didn't do that. He actually turned his body around, and he laid off a pass into the incoming Newell, and Newell, lovely sidestep foot here, right into the corner. Fantastic finish from Newell. The commentary team, the analysts at half-time were saying they need more shots on target. Well, Newell was obviously listening because like 40 seconds in to the second half, and Newell his side footed one in here, and it was a great goal, and Fenty gets the assist here, but it didn't end there for Fenty. He would get his first goal for Hibs, but not before Luzern equalised with the big man Becker, the 6'6" centre back, and this was poor defending for Hibs. This is stuff that they can't do. If they want to get through this tie, they need to cut this shit out in Switzerland. So ball comes in for the corner set piece, and this big guy Becker, he gets a free header, no one near him, and you might be thinking, well, he had to jump up, but you know, he's a big man. If he jumps, then he's going to out-jump everybody else. But no, he actually had to crouch down so he could like just cushion header it in. It was embarrassing, man. How can he be the biggest man on the pitch and no one even mark him, no one go near him? And it probably wouldn't matter, I mean, because the guy, if he does jump, then he's probably going to be the size of Twin Towers, but we can see Twin Towers can come down. Just look at 9/11, you know, there's a way to get them down. But here, there was no way to get Becker down because no one touched him. No one touched him. They just let him run in, boom, header, 1-1. At this point, you're thinking, well, that's it. Hibs have went and Hibs it. But no, Dylan Fenty made sure that wasn't going to happen. And I tell you what, Lafondre, the touch he took for this goal, man. So the ball comes in, and he just like, he sticks his leg out up in the air. He puts his leg about chest height to try and stop the ball. He then flicks the ball over his head, runs onto it, uses his left foot to flick the ball into the like 6-yard box, area where Fente was for the bullet header, and he puts it past the goalkeeper. Hibs are 2-1 up, and you're thinking, right, well, Hibs are back in front. They'd take this. Stop the count, stop the match, blow the whistle. I'm sure Hibs will be happy with this 2-1 win. But Luzern were pushing, trying to get the equaliser, and in the end, they gave it away. Loose pass, Obita read it, ran onto it, intercepted it, ran through, took a shot. Terrible decision, to be honest, because he should have played it to Doidge, who was already with him inside the box. Should have slotted it to Doidge for an easy goal. He didn't do that. He took a shot himself, and it took a deflection, and it squeezed in. So all of a sudden, Hibs went from leading 2-1 to 3-1, and I would go as far as saying that Hibs... I'm not going to say that, no, I'm not going to say tie's done, because I'll look like a fucking moron when Hibs lose in the second leg, but I think Hibs are in a great position now, and it's 3-1, guys. That's how it finished here at Easter Road. So you know what, I mean, I was worrying for Scottish football, but we've had 2 wins in the last 24 hours, Rangers and Hibs. Just a shame my team are fucking pish, although I do think Hearts will finish the job next week. I think they will beat Rosenborg, and I am confidently going to say, I'm not too sure about Rangers, I'll be honest. Rangers against Servette, I think, in Switzerland could be tricky, but I'm going to predict here that all 3 Scottish clubs that are involved this week in European action will advance past their ties next week and be in the playoff rounds. That's my prediction. Hibs are obviously favourites. They've got the biggest lead. Then it's Rangers with a 1-goal lead. Then it's Hearts trailing by a goal. But I still think all 3 teams will get through. So you know what? Respect tonight for Hibs. It was a good game of football. Did Scottish football proud, I guess, by getting the win. It helps the coefficient. Every point helps. Every win helps. And like, why, I don't understand why people don't want this. Why do people want Scottish football to be shite? Why can't we just support Scottish clubs in Europe? I don't get that. You know, I want Scotland to be a powerhouse in European football. I want us to have as many teams in Europe as possible. I want us to be as high up the coefficients as possible. I want us to get as many clubs into the European competitions as possible. I want us to enter into the latest qualifying rounds as possible. Why don't we want that? Why do we want to go back to the days where you had one team in the Champions League and they had to win like fucking 8 games, then the other teams they enter in round 1 and you've got no chance? You know, look how good Scottish football has been last couple of seasons. 2 teams in the Champions League, and then you've got that 3rd place team guaranteed European group stage football. That's what we want for Scotland going forward, and the only way we're going to keep that, the only way we're going to continue to get that, is for teams performing well. We can't just rely on one team getting all the coefficient points. That's not realistic, and long term that's never going to happen. So yeah, as a Hearts fan, I actually do support other Scottish clubs in Europe, even if that means supporting Hibs, and it does feel a little bit dirty to say it, but tonight I don't view it as really supporting Hibs. I view it as supporting Scotland, and it was a win for Scotland over Switzerland in my book. So that's how I view it, guys. 3-1 to Hibs. I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts down below. Actually, I'll put it up for a poll. I think a poll might be better, because I'm really curious to know what everyone's thoughts are on this, because I know Scotland is a hateful, shitty little country, and a lot of people just can't, you know, just despise each other for no reason, so to speak. But I'm interested to know if you can put your differences aside for European football, because I'd say most countries to do, but Scotland's that weird place where, you know, we have to like almost wish death on each other because we support a football team, which is fucking dumb. But yeah, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Till then, Fog Football. Peace out.